The Hunger Games movie is now out on DVD, and to celebrate the release of one of the top movies of 2012, I attended a roundtable session at San Diego Comic-Con with two of the film's young actors in Amandla Stenberg, who played Rue, and Willow Shields, who is Primrose Everdeen. Willow Shields was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and she has a twin sister named Autumn Shields and a brother, River Shields. Willow has appeared in R.L. Stine's The Haunting Hour and also in the TV series In Plain Sight. Amandla Stenberg was named after the Zulu word for power. Her mother is African American and her father Danish. After modeling, she's appeared in films like Colombiana and also A Taste of Romance. Let's meet the young actors of The Hunger Games. Now, how has their lives changed after being in the film?
It actually hasn't changed very much. I mean, we still have chores and go to school. Yeah, definitely.
Enjoying Comic-Con?
Yeah, definitely. It's awesome.
Now, you both had two very intense scenes.
Yeah.
You know, obviously your scene, and then your scene with your sister in the film. I mean, how do you prepare as actors for that? I mean, do you get yourselves in a certain state, or are you actors that can just pretty much turn it on and off?
I mean, what I did for Rue's death scene is I guess what I did is I kind of got into the mindset of Rue and what is she thinking as she's dying, which is kind of weird to think about, you know, but I guess that's what I did, and it really helped me bring on the emotion, I guess I'd say.
And what about you with your sister?
Yeah, like thinking about how Prim would have acted if something like that had happened to her, like she was gonna basically lose her sister. Like, I have a twin sister, so I know how that would feel. So I think that really helped in like getting into that mindset of like thinking how Prim would feel about and how she would act about her sister leaving her for what they think is forever, you know. So it was hard, but you just have to kind of put yourself in there and do your best, I guess.
How long have you ladies been acting?
I started doing commercials and print and that kind of thing when I was 4, so I've been doing it for a while. Yeah.
I've been acting since I was about 7. Okay. Started looking into it when I was probably like 6, and started actually being in things at like probably 7.
Like, you're pros.
I have a long career behind me, you know.
Yes.
What about Gary Ross when he was directing you? Did he give you the time to prepare, and and did he give you what you needed in rehearsal to do your scenes?
Yeah, definitely. We did rehearsals for a couple weeks before we actually started shooting, and I think what's really great about Gary is he can kind of pull a performance from an actor and not a lot of directors can do that, because he kind of talks to you in a way of just like, he talks to you as if he is the character. Like, he's like, you're feeling this way because, you know, blah, blah, and he explains to you. So I think it's definitely really helpful.
He let us like try out like new things in our acting and like explore different things, and he was really willing to just let us do what we needed to help become the character, but then also giving us pointers on how to do that.
Do you like that, being able to experiment with a part and give you like different variations of the same emotion?
Yeah.
Is acting something that you just want to do right now, or do you want to make a career out of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's the most incredible job that you could have.
Because, especially, I mean, you'd have to like doing it, but like if you love doing it, then I mean, it's just fun constantly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like acting is like, I mean, people love reading stories and writing stories and listening to stories and watching movies, and I feel like acting is the opportunity to be in a story and help
to
create
be another
it.
person. Like, it's just a lot of fun to do something like that.
Now, you know, Prim has a part in the next few books. Is that something, when you took the part, you knew that ahead of time? Or?
I did, because I had read the books, but we didn't know at that time if The Hunger Games was going to be so big that they were going to end up making Catching Fire, Mockingjay, and then just recently, you know, found out they were going to split Mockingjay into 2 movies. So that's really exciting. So I have 3 more movies to shoot, and I'll be about 15 or 16 by the last one comes out. So it'll be 5 or 6 years of working on the Hunger Games. So it's gonna be exciting. You know, it'll be like a photo album watching each movie. You know, looking at like me in the first movie 10 years old, and then me in the last movie 16 years old. You know, I mean, it's gonna be
Back
crazy.
at me, look how tiny I was.
Look how tiny.
You can call the Harry Potter kids. They can tell you what it was like. You know, I just have to say, your death scene, the theater that I saw it in, you could drop not only a penny, but as many coins as you heard, and you wouldn't hear it. You didn't hear it drop. It was so quiet.
Yeah.
It was, and a few sniffles too. I mean, that's amazing.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, really great.
Thank you.
Anything you have coming up for both of you?
I'll say the last thing I said. In the last interview, I said, I feel so fancy, but I have a couple of projects in the works that I can't talk about yet.
Oh, you learn well, I'll tell you.
But, you know, we'll see. Keep an eye out.
For me, right now it's just catching fire because we don't know yet when I'm gonna film. I have, like you said with you, I have different films that I was looking into working on, but because of not knowing yet quite when Catching Fire is gonna shoot, it's going to be interesting, but I may or may not do, but I'm really excited. Yeah.
You'll have a new director too for that one, so that should be interesting.
That's going to be amazing. I mean, Francis Lawrence is a great director. I've seen Water for Elephants and I Am Legend, both like incredible, beautiful movies, so it's exciting.
I know the Carolinas can be rather warm in July. So,
just a tad. Yeah.
So how was that
like,
part?
It was like 110 degrees outside, really humid, and all the scenes that almost all the scenes you shot, luckily were in the forest and you were
in the
shaded.
shade.
But for me, I was out in the open like the whole time. So
People were dropping left and right, right?
Really?
We had over 300 extras working. There was 600 extras there. Including they include parents and stuff, but there was about 300-400 extras in the reaping scene, working different. And one day we actually had 5 girls faint before we even started shooting.
Really?
In the morning, just because there's so many kids, you can't keep track of who has been drinking water and being high, and so it was really rough in the heat, but luckily I didn't faint once. Yeah.
Oh,
This shows how close me and Jen got on set. When it got to where there was not water anywhere, we literally just drink out of the same water bottle. It was like a communal water bottle between me, her, and whoever else wanted some. I mean, that was how close we all were on set.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of rare. I mean, there were no conflicts on set.
At all.
At all.
We were all once we met each other, and we weren't nervous anymore about things. We all became great friends, and we would just hang out in hotel rooms and listen to music, and it just became a great friendship between all of us. Yeah.
Was there a rap party at all?
There was, but we weren't there.
Yeah, we couldn't go. It was an adult party.
Oh, that's no fun.
I know.
Yeah, it's incredibly terrible. Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. I think we'll be seeing a lot more of you two.
Thank you.
Very special thanks to Lionsgate. The Hunger Games is available on DVD and Blu-ray, so definitely check it out. I think that's, my wife and I were talking, I think that's one we really want to have in our video collection. You know, these days you don't have to buy every video in sight with on demand and also Netflix and places like that, your Xbox. There's many ways to watch it, so the list gets smaller as to which ones you actually want to have in your place, and this is one of the ones we want. Till the next time, this is Tony Tolato. Have a great week.
Hello, I am C-3PO Human Cyborg Relations, and you are listening to Sci-Fi Talk. Gosh.